praise the Creator. Peace and love to everybody. So I'm going to try to speed this up because I was in a good conversation with another truther, man. And, boy, I tell you, we had a long conversation. But first off, let me show you this. Okay? So you see that black line where the two arrows are pointing? All right. So they actually found a way to hide an eclipse. So, this was, well, considering it's 12, it was yesterday. Actually, no, it's 3-something a.m. So this is so-called yesterday, okay, that this happened. They are hiding the eclipse with some type of technology. So the eclipse did happen. I'm pretty sure y'all was wondering about that, right? Let's go over here real quick. Then you got this right here. This, you see this helicopter? It landed in front of the White House and picked up Mr. Burns, okay? Yeah, I call the whack president Mr. Burns, but let me just show it flying. I'll show it flying towards that.
Get paid to be in an online focus group.
So head towards the White House, right? They landed towards the White House and evacuated Mr. Burns in an emergency evacuation. And he was in front of the White House, and people were like, "Where you going, Mr. President?" I would delete this video. I'm not going to delete it. I'm actually going to save it in case somebody wants it. I'll send it to you so that you can see for yourself. Can somebody tell me why the police are confiscating gas and fuel in Canada? And I don't stick up for...
So, in fact, yes, they are taking fuel right away from people as they attempt to fuel their vehicles. And people are surrounding the police, even though the police are actually being extremely calm and cool about kind of everything, except for they're taking fuel, I guess. But other than that, they're being pretty respectful to everyone, considering they just got surrounded in like 2 seconds.
Imagine you pulling up. Oh man, I need to see that. I'll get rid of this video. Imagine you pulling up to a gas station, man, and you about to fill your car, and police pull up on you with a gas can and say, "Nah, we taking that gas. It's our lawful right to take your gas. You can't have no gas in your car." Because that's what's happening. That's what's happening. All right? Now, we already know they turn on the truckers. Come on, man. Stop playing games. They turn
Right, guys, what's going on? My name is Luis. Today is February 6, 2022, and welcome to the Grand Supreme News Channel. Before I start, guys, give this video a big thumbs up and share this video. We got some breaking news updates coming out of Canada. Check this out. Ottawa mayor declares state of emergency over ongoing protest.
So these trucks that was out there protesting, and they claim state emergency. They called the police in, and they got cameras all over the place, and they threaten the people. Anybody that brings the truckers a sandwich, a cookie, anything that is good to help them through this protest, they're gonna have you on camera in Canada. And then when the protest is over and you go home the next day, a cop is gonna show up at your house and arrest you because you supported what they're calling an unlawful protest. They're also calling the truckers unlawful themselves, and they declared that they will lock up these truck drivers for taking a stand for something that they should have took a stand for in the first place. Okay, this is what's going on, man, and it's pretty bad. We'll show
flag, and then they're gonna label this some kind of terrorist act. The same thing happened January 6th. Even Ted Cruz said it. Well, terrorist was in January 6th. There was no terrorist. There was no terrorists. It's that people are fed up with these politicians. We are fed up with the politicians. You guys are just so corrupted.
That's right. So now people are fed up, they mad, so they protesting, they taking a stand, and right after they say it's their emergency, they're gonna lock people up for supporting them, bringing them sandwiches and cookies, writing letters. They're gonna lock the truckers up for taking a stand with the protest, and they said they unlawful themselves, and now they're gonna start labeling the truckers terrorists. They labeled the truckers terrorists, y'all, because they stuck up for their rights. I'm sorry, man. Like, that's not right. That's just downright dirty. You know what I'm saying? Now, we're going to get into this later. Those are 2 lessons that I'm going to end up doing or showing y'all. But for now, I'm just doing the news because I would like to go to bed. It is, yeah, you see, 3:54 in the morning. And I do got things I'm supposed to be doing. Let's do this one right here. Okay? Can somebody tell me why Putin?
She takes a picture, and in that picture is
Why
CT.
is Putin's
He puts the
Russian
camera
submarine
over
ship
that direction,
near the coast of the United States? This was 8 hours ago.
You can make contact with these civilizations, and you.
Yeah, we don't want to hear it because that's we don't need to talk to devils. We don't deal with devils.
Welcome to the Deep Journal channel. Our channel has started to broadcast again. You can be instantly informed about our current videos by subscribing. The conflicts between the USA and Russia are spreading to many different parts of the world by going beyond the border of Ukraine. After mutual harassment in the Black Sea, the navies of both countries are flexing their muscles and making various dangerous attempts, including espionage, in many different places from the Mediterranean to the Baltic Sea and the Indo-Pacific Ocean. The fact that Russia could not get what it wanted as a result of the talks in Geneva and did not respond positively to the demands of the North Atlantic Alliance in any way exacerbated the already hot region. Later, the alliance and the United States sent 60,000 battalions and dozens of tanks to the region, making it clear that if Russia attacked Ukraine in any way, it would fight Russia. Currently, the alliance and the U.S. Army and Navy are in a combat position awaiting Russia's move. Russian President Vladimir Putin gave the start of a major operation against the USA by saying, "Holy challenge," in response to this move of the alliance. Putin seems to want to move the conflict beyond his own borders. In this direction, Russian warplanes and warships.
First off, you got all these soldiers being shifted here, and I'm going to save this video in case y'all want this too. Here and here, there and there, but Russia's surfaces on the coast of the United States 8 hours ago. This was breaking news 8 hours ago. A nuclear submarine was on the coast of the United States 8 hours ago. This would explain why they evacuated Mr. Burns in emergency evacuation away from the White House. He must have got word that Russia's nuclear submarine was right on the coast of the United States, so he tucked his tail and ran like a little girl. This is after he freaking threatened them. He sends soldiers over there. Putin's like, dude, you need to chill out, bro. We're not doing nothing. They wrote 2 papers saying, oh no, Russia attacked them. And Putin came out was like, bro, we're not even doing anything. Then Putin and China got tired. He said, y'all know what? We're going to stop. We're going to fuck y'all up. We're going to start new order with her since y'all want to keep pushing because you think you're going to try me. So let me show you something. They shoot down 2 American warplanes, not any kind, the very best kind. And it wasn't even a competition. Then they turn around and bomb the crap out of 30 UN ships, sea ships in the Black Sea. They were like battleships in the Black Sea. Putin sent his bombers and then bombed the shit out of them. He literally bombed the daylights out of them. They're not playing games like the UN and the United States lost a battle today big time. And then Russia's not playing, man. Yo, Putin is not playing. I'm going to say these 2 videos in case y'all want it. If y'all ask for it in the next 2 days, they will be me. I remember, in fact, one day they will be deleted. Here we go. And then here we go at Russia.
Introducing Orcam MyEye, the most advanced wearable AI for vision impairment.
Dear listeners, welcome to the Deep Journal channel. By subscribing to our channel, you can be informed about detailed reports every time. The effect of the conflicts in the east of Europe has now begun to spread all over the world. The Ukraine crisis between the USA and Russia is no longer a regional conflict and has turned into a major conflict between the alliance, the USA and Russia. The North Atlantic Alliance with the USA and all the Baltic states that are close to the alliance are on alert against Russia and are working hard on their contingency plans. Despite Russia sending hundreds of thousands of soldiers to the Ukrainian border, the US and UK armed forces are sending their active weapons to the east of Europe. In these weeks, in addition to the US tanks, armored vehicles, various weapons and military personnel were deployed to the region. A total of 3,000 American troops deployed to Europe on Friday and Saturday are heading to the Polish and Romanian border via Germany. In addition, US tanks are sent to the Ukrainian border via Germany, Poland and Moldova. While a force equivalent to Russia's military presence in the region is requested to be on the Ukrainian side, it is reported that additional troops will come to these units. On the other hand, other countries of the alliance are sending a very large military force to Ukraine. The United Kingdom showed one of the strongest reactions to Russia and deployed over 2,000 NLAW anti-tank missiles and at least 2,000 Special Forces troops to Ukraine. In addition, the Royal Navy is closely monitoring the movements of the Russian Navy's Northern Fleet. In the face of clear threats from Russia, Baltic countries such as Sweden, Denmark and the Netherlands took serious military actions to protect themselves from Russia. After the crisis that broke out in the Baltic Sea in January, Sweden armed the Baltic Sea Russian border strip against Russia and deployed a large army and missile systems to Gotland on the Russian border. In addition, all Baltic navies are patrolling the Baltic Sea against the Russian threat by order of the North Atlantic Alliance. Meanwhile, the Baltic states Estonia, Latvia and Lithuania will send US-made Javelin complex anti-tank and Stinger anti-aircraft missiles to Ukraine, a move that Blinken says Washington fully supports. I have accelerated and authorized and fully approved the transfer of defense equipment provided by NATO allies Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania to Ukraine to strengthen its ability to defend itself against Russia's unreasonable and irresponsible aggression, Blinken said. We salute them for their long-standing support for Ukraine. They said Estonia will provide Javelin anti-tank guns to Ukraine, while Latvia and Lithuania send Stinger anti-aircraft missiles and other related equipment to support Kiev's defensive military capabilities. In response to the US and the North Atlantic Alliance, Russia ordered the Russian army to urgently dispatch military equipment to the Ukrainian border after the North Atlantic Alliance rejected Russian demands, and a large shipment of ammunition began. Russia, which brought a serious nuclear missile shipment to the south of the USA after the Russian warships and nuclear submarines that emerged on the American Florida and Hawaiian coasts, was not satisfied with these moves and made very large military shipments to the Ukrainian border. It was also reported that 3 tank regiments were dispatched to the region.
So Russia sent I guess not one, more than one submarine to the coast of Florida and other parts of the United States. And then Russia also sent a whole bunch of tanks and stuff to the Ukraine border. This is after Mr. Burns kept trying to poke the bear, and the bear was telling them, you need to chill out, we ain't gonna do nothing. Then Mr. Burns, somehow with his buddies, had them write 2 fake news reports on newspapers just for the bear to say, yo, we ain't even doing nothing, man. We all lying. Stop lying. We didn't attack nobody. We're not doing nothing. Then after all, they says, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just beat these people up. They keep poking me, and I don't like it, so we're going to give them these hands. Right? Right. So, with that said, I was going to show you something. My buddy here, if you don't mind. My buddy. I'm not even going to say his name, but well, he's up there. But Mr. David. I saw Mr. David. My brother David, right? They ain't showing no phones or nothing, so you can't see where he's calling from nothing. But he said to me, so the U.S. is pretending like they not fighting. They're not reporting it in the news, y'all. And I've been getting a weird feeling about this. I'm going to go ahead and delete that part now. I've been getting a weird feeling about this because I'm going to tell you that dream again. I had a dream. It was a minute ago. And the dream I had was that me and this person, I don't know who the person was out in some type of wilderness. And we was like in some woods somewhere. And we was at some location where it was like a hole in the wall, like kind of like we dug some type of hole and some type of basement and made some type of basement ourselves, and we put some clothes washing machine down there. I don't know how it worked or whatever. It probably was some propane clothes washing machine, something. And we were washing clothes. Now, whoever the girl was that was there, she must not have been a good person because she wanted to try to have sex. And I was married in this dream. And I was like, no, I'm not doing that. So I had some type of excuse to, oh, I'm going upstairs. So I went upstairs. We came out of whatever the basement type thing was. It was just big enough to walk around some and have a washing machine. All right. So the clothes in the washing machine, I tell the person no, I go upstairs. They fall right behind me. All right. Now, I don't know who this person was, but I know in this dream I was married. And it wasn't to the person who was trying to get me to have sex with him. I turned him down and went upstairs. Okay, so I don't know what that was all about. All I know is in this dream, we went upstairs. I said, yo, let's go this way. And it was kind of like we walked through this path out of the woods. And we finally got out of the woods. We was right near a highway. And all the cars were stopped, bumper to bumper. Not one car was working. And I looked up in the sky, and what I seen was some ships that I've never seen before. They were very technically advanced. And it was like something from out of this world, but there wasn't spaceships. It was just like some warships that I've never seen, like nothing like United States ever seen. It was some old new super technology. And I don't know why, but in my dream, the first time mouth is we're being invaded. As soon as I said that, Russian troops started jumping out the planes and parachutes. I'm talking about everywhere. The planes these were not normal planes. These were not something any soldiers ever seen. These really advanced. Man, they had an EMP they already on let off, but their planes are flying. You didn't see nothing else of the United States doing anything. Even cars wasn't working. Man, so I said, yo, let's go back into the woods. But when I said that, we started walking towards the woods area, and there was this path that we was on. The crazy thing, everybody started jumping out their cars and trying to follow us, man. So they was trying to follow us. The Russian troops came from out of nowhere as someone landing through some part of the woods. I don't even know what part they came from. All I know is when they seen me, the other person and a couple of folks behind me, they didn't shoot. It was like they didn't see me or they couldn't see me in them, or they couldn't allow them to touch us. They didn't shoot not one bullet at us, but after like the fourth or fifth person behind me, they let loose with them bullets and they was killing folks. They were slaughtering people. Me and a person ran into the woods and got away, and then I woke up from the dream. And the scary thing is, it was not on the news in my dream. Nothing got reported on it, like Fox or CNN. Nobody reported on it in the news. Nobody knew what happened. It just came out of nowhere. And it's funny because somebody said a minute ago that if the United States had a war, they wouldn't tell their citizens. If the United States was going to get nuked or bombed or invaded, it wouldn't even never come on the news. They would never tell the citizens. It would just happen. Everybody would be caught with their pants down. It was just like that in my dream. And they're not putting it on the news. Isn't it a big deal? That's why I'm saying this video, that Russia really had submarines on the coast of Florida and 2 other places. Not one nuclear submarine, 2 or 3 of them son of a guns. And then punk Mr. Burns, he ain't my president, that president gets evacuated, emergency helicopter evacuation away from the White House. They probably ran his ass someplace in some mountains, an underground city in a bunker, as he tucked his tail between his legs like a little girl. And he's the one that started all this trouble in the first place, man. So I just wanted to share that because that seems to be crazy. Real crazy. Peace and love.